Hi everyone, it's Jillian. Welcome to Lunchtime Beauty Break. Today we're going to talk about no makeup, but to the perfection of it, which I love. Now that doesn't mean no makeup. That just means the look of no makeup, which really is about creating a flawless look on the skin, accentuating the parts of the face that you want to, and not looking overdone or having too much color on the face or just wearing too much makeup, quite frankly. So we want to create a barely there look that stands out. Now, I'm going to have to wear my glasses today because I can't wear my contacts. I did something to my eyes and they need a break. So you're going to see me taking them on and off. Now, for sake of timing, I already do have on the eye makeup that I would be wearing for this look, and I can walk you through that as we get closer. The other thing I want to do is I want to work on one half of my face so you can see the extreme difference, which will be extreme. So anyway, here's the thing. First, you have to make sure that your skin looks amazing. I get a lot of questions about what do I use, what do I do on a daily level for my own skin. So I want to walk you through that. So one of the things that I do is hot water and lemon. Every day, tons of hot water and lemon. For those of you who remember me from back in my Bobby days, I was never, ever without a hot water and lemon. So that is one of the things I know works really beautiful for the skin. The other thing I do is when I remember, I use my NewFace a couple of times a week. I like it for this part of the face to help keep it tighter. I do use Retin A. I use my Retin A about 2 times a week, up and down. And then I exfoliate and I hydrate and I SPF without fail. I'm using now, sorry, again, I can't talk. It's every week. I'm using now the Volition Turmeric Brightening Polish. It's powered by turmeric. It's absolutely incredible. I'm going to be showcasing it Friday on Beauty IQ. You've never seen it before. I'm really excited about it, so I'm just kind of teasing you with it now. I use this about twice a week. Brightening, softening, it's absolutely incredible. Then I use a lot of hydration on my skin. Then we go into SPF. So I already did all those things on my skin this morning. So now what I want to do is I want to move right into the makeup. I prefer a sateen look. When you're going for a no makeup, too powdery, your skin might look older because it gets no reflection, no light. And then too dewy, let's face it, it can look like a grease pit, it breaks up, it doesn't look pretty. So the balance is really crucial here. And the balance of it is what I call sateen finish. It really is the standard of classic glamour, the sateen finish. So here's what I want you to do. First of all, I want you, as we start to achieve this look, you want to look for things that are long wear and waterproof without a doubt, because this is the kind of look where we're going to use less makeup that's more effective. So I'm going to start now with my Helix Eye Gel from Volition. You guys know I've been obsessed with this for about a year. I have, as you can see, I have on no makeup. And what this is going to do is it helps depuff the under eye, but it's an extreme hydrator and anti-ager that then is going to hold my concealer in place. So this is a must-have. I've been talking about this for a year. It's pretty much sold out everywhere. But I think I have it for QVC on Friday. We'll talk more later. So let's get back to this. So what I want you to do now, you can choose a liquid or a cream. I like working with liquids. So a few of my favorites that I like to use, you guys know, is maybe the Armani Luminous Silk, or even NYX has a great liquid foundation. Then what you want to do is you want to take a big, flat, round, fluffy brush, okay? I'm going to use my Armani. I'm going to take a drop or two. Oh, I've used it all the way down to the end. There we go. And take a drop. And again, try the NYX. That's a good one too. Now what you can do is one of two things. We want to add oomph to this. We can add color. We can add luminosity. It depends on what you want. You can add both. So for instance, let's say I wanted to add more luminosity to this because we're going to multitask and mix things. This is a Becca. It's got a lot of glow and a lot of radiance. That's straight up radiance. So that's going to leave your skin very, very glowy if you want to use something like that to mix with it. I'm going to go to my beloved Thanakha Radiant Bronzer. You guys know how much I love that because it adds warmth. If you take a look at it, it adds warmth to the skin with just a little bit amount of like a skin tone gold, but it adds more color and any skin tone can use it. So what you can do is you can mix those together if you want to get extreme radiance, or you can just do a foundation with radiance, or you can mix your foundation with the Thanakha. Since I already have it on my hand, I'm going to mix all three together. But remember, you do not have to do all three. So first I'm going to do this. I'm going to do my left side only so you can see the difference. Here we go. Now, again, what we want to do is we want to make it look as natural as possible. Now, I'm taking this underneath the eye. I'm going around. And I'm giving it a second. You know what happens when you put your foundation on and then you immediately buff it in too quickly? Is you kind of get streaks and it wears off. So what I want you to do is just put a little bit on with your fingertips and then take a nice big fluffy brush and spackle. And spackle it down. And again, I'm doing one side to one side because already, look, it's clean, it's natural. You still see my skin, but it's definitely more even than that side. I'm going to draw that definitive line right down the center. Now, I love the way this looks right now. I don't feel like I need to add any more foundation. I don't want to add any more Thanakha, and I don't need any more radiance on it because, again, I want it to look like skin and very sateen. So the next thing we want to do is we want to take a look at the concealer. Now, we're going to add concealer, but remember, we don't want it to be heavy because this is a no makeup look. We're tricking everyone to thinking we're wearing minimal amount of makeup to get the skin to look flawless. So take a look at your skin. Where do you need it? Well, I wear my glasses. I get deep in this area. I get very hollow. I'm going to go down the top of the nose there because that's where I need it. And then I'm going to bring the concealer down here into the V that most of you know about because this kind of fills out that fat where we lose it in that area so we look tired. And then I'm going to put a little around my mouth because we do get little shadows and lines as we get older. Here we go. Now that the Helix eye gel is definitely going to hold that concealer into place. I give everything a second before I buff it in. Here we go. And I love that you can still see my skin through this because that is really, really important. Just buffing in right now. And if you take a look from one side to the other, without it looking heavily made up, look at the difference. This side kind of looks like it's coming down. This side looks like it's coming up. That's natural because we're using more light reflection. We're using more sateen finish. So then once you get your concealer to the level that you want it, what I like to do is I take a big fat brush, like any old big brush or puff that you have, and do this. The more you buff things in, the better they're going to stay. Okay. Well, now what? Well, now we want to look at contouring. So those of you that know me, you know I am not a huge contour girl. Unless you are sitting for a portrait, I think it just looks like big old lines on the face. You really need to know what you're doing. If you're not a pro at it, then you want to go easy. So I suggest if you're going to use a cream, use something that is just a few shades richer than your own skin tone, and be careful, test it that it doesn't turn orange. That is huge. I found, I don't even know who makes this, but this is like this really inexpensive, it's like somebody gave it to us, and I think it was like a $10 kit. Sometimes those are the best to find for a bargain somewhere. And it had some really beigey colors in it, and that's what I love. So think a few shades deeper than your own skin, and that's it. Now, let's take a look. What do you want to contour? Don't contour just for the sake of contouring. Really look at your face. What do you need? So I look at me and I say, well, I want to lift this area, right? So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to take, not, like a little more of a pointed slanted brush, and I'm going to go a little bit. I'm going to mix those richer colors together, but not trying to be too dark. And I'm going to create a line underneath my jaw. But we are going to blend this right along here because this is where women start to naturally age. Now look at me straight ahead. Do you see what that starts to do? It starts to immediately pull the lift. Well, where else do I want to get a little bit more? You know what? Not a huge fan of my nose. Never have been. It's very bulbous on the bottom. So what I want to do is I'm going to take a tighter brush and I'm just going to go, and again, this is one side. Here's where I don't like it. So I'm just going to go a little down the side. You don't want to go with the nose all the way down and around. That actually makes it look fatter. All I want to do is shape it a little more so I get more definition, so it's not just so so full on that tip. Remember, I didn't do the other side, okay? So now I'm like here, a little bit down the center of the nose, right here to the tip. But then I look and I say, well, I don't want to go here because that's going to make me look older. I don't want to do that. I want to put the lift back into the skin. So I want to lift. How am I going to do that? I'm going to take that same brush, that beigey color, and I'm going to lift by going up into this area. You're going to go around. Is it perimeters or parameters, Michelle?
Perimeters.
Perimeters, thank you, the director. So the perimeters of the face, and what I'm doing is now I'm lifting. I'm sculpting without over sculpting. Do you see how easy that is? Next thing I want to do is I want to take minimal, the softest amount of blush. I'm not a blushy girl. I don't love blush. You could even skip this part if you want. And I'm going to do, there's one here that's almost like my own skin tone. Just a little bit fluffy. I'm going to just add a little, because I want my skin to look, and I do this, if you do this with a really fluffy brush, it's never going to look heavy. Really loose, fluffy brush, put it around, set it with powder. Now, I want to have a little bit more luminized look with this without it being over the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, this is it, I think. I'm going to take a little bit of a powder, and I'm going to mix it with a little bit of illumination. Just a little bit. And it may seem like a lot, but it's really not. And now I'm just going to set, so it stays all day. Oh, the other side looks so sad and old. So once we do that, now we have, go down here if you don't feel you're blended, a no makeup skin. On the eyes, I already gave myself a boy brow. I mixed two colors together with skinny pencils. I did NYX. I did a black and I did a taupe. And then I did them really, really thick, because if you're doing the no makeup look, sometimes that fuller brow, which I don't have naturally, haven't had it since like 1992, and we pulled them all out, it gives a younger look. Then I did, this is a Bare Mineral. It's called a 5-in-1. It's just one sweep. I love this stuff. let me just see what color this is. Sorry, guys. It is called Rich Caramel, and you just one sweep, and that's it. And the black liner, sweep a mascara, curl your lashes, because what we're doing is creating lines and dimension. So now we have to go to the lip. So what I want to do is, I've always used this. This is actually an old Laura Geller lip spackle. And if you want your lips to look really full, wait till you see one side to the other. I knock out all the color. I create light all around this area. And then I take a pencil that's a few shades deeper than my skin tone. Keep everything in mind, skin tone, skin tone, skin tone. So if you have a olive skin tone, go darker. If you have a golden skin tone, go a few shades darker. If you have that beautiful, deep, rich African-American skin, go deep. Use raisins, use dark browns, things that are really gonna accent the skin. So now I'm gonna take, this is pretty typical. I usually use either number 915 or 857. They're inexpensive and they're easy to work with. What I wanna do is, I've always used this. This is actually an old Laura Geller lip spackle. And if you want your lips to look really full, wait till you see one side to the other. I knock out all the color. I create light all around this area. And then I take a pencil that's a few shades deeper than my skin tone. Keep everything in mind, skin tone, skin tone, skin tone. So if you have a olive skin tone, go darker. If you have a golden skin tone, go a few shades darker. If you have that beautiful, deep, rich African-American skin, go deep. Use raisins, use dark browns, things that are really gonna accent the skin. So now I'm gonna take, this is pretty typical. I usually use either number 915 or 857. They're inexpensive and they're easy to work with. I'm gonna go, my lips are long, so I'm gonna go round. Round will give you a poutier look. Build up your peak, go over where the curve is. Don't go out to the corner. Here we go. I'm only gonna split this line in half to show you the difference. okay? Round, round, take it to the edge. Now I'm going to take, you could take a neutral lipstick, you can take a neutral lip gloss, and I am going to do 2. You don't have to, again, because it's a no makeupy look. Remember, it's not no makeup, because then y'all would call me out on it. Fix my line, and then I found this, it's from MAC, and I love this color. It is called Obviously Bare. Gloss. And just go over those dark lines so you can see that, you don't want to have that obvious heavy line. And always just go a few shades deeper. So whether it's pink, so whether it's whatever it is, it does it. For you, it could be like this is a beautiful YSL color. That could be a great natural color for you. The idea is to keep it natural and not overly made up. So let me put my glasses on. Ta-da! Okay, I'll take them off. Take them off. Done. Creamier, more velvety, more lifted, more luminous. No makeup. The difference is that this looks more lifted and has more life. The lip definitely looks fuller. It's not too full, is it, Michelle? Without my glasses, I can't see anything. Anything could be happening back there. I don't know. I'm gonna stand back. Make sure your brows are full. So let me recap on this. There's a few important factors, and that is, fix that just a little bit. Okay, so make sure that skin is in shape. You really want to exfoliate. If you can, drink a lot of hot water and lemon. I think personally it's very good for you. Use that Helix eye gel. Life saver. It is amazing. It holds everything into place without creasing. I mean, you can already see the difference from one side to the other side, because this is where my Achilles heel is under here. I get really puffy and wrinkly. So that's going to hold it into place. Use your foundation, mix it with a bronzer, like a liquid serum bronzer like the Thanakha, or use a liquid illuminator to give your skin a lot of depth and a lot of life without being overdone. Only contour where you need it. That's it. Contour where you need it and how you want your skin to look. Do not overline it. Add a pop of maybe something that's a little flesh tone to give your skin a little lift, and follow. You can do that or not. That is up to you. And then a little powder and a luminizer mixed together is great. Concealer only where you need it. A beautiful natural lip color. Fill it in, make it rounder. It'll make it a little bit poofier. So, undone face, except for eyes, and done. Perfect. So that is how to get the no makeup perfect kind of satine look. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and we will definitely see you back again very soon. I'm going to turn this way like I always do so you can see my makeup side. Okay. Bye.